What is good? This is Archangel Raphael, lights on, aka Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Shiva, Muhammad, as well as other known deities in and out the body. As well as usual, I'm here to carry out God's will, authority, purity, presence, and essence. And on today's video, this is the astral man. I ain't got nowhere to land unless it's with you. This is the family man stretching out my right hand. Go ahead and grab on. Let's take off together. This is the universal constant, the only one, which is change, Dr. Change. We never had no one to blame. Always took a stand on what I am. And definitely got the aim. Put that there. This is also the Slut Slayer. So I'm here to make sure that all of these obligations and duties are being served through this higher ordinance of creativity, which is something that I'm here to make sure that everyone is on, because it's not about necessarily what you're wrapped up into that you think is holding you back. It's actually what about the change you're here to make. And a lot of this has to do with the self-contamination that you put yourself in order to really know who you are. And then when you begin to have strong interactions with all sorts of spiritual vessels, you're going to see different spirits coming in and out through them, as well as yourself. So, the leading cause for a lot of failure really just comes from you not taking accountability that even if someone else's spirits may have put you in that modality of expression to lead you through, harvesting those spirits, you still had the you still were in your authority to know that, okay, what I will do moving forward is to be stronger, because there's all sorts of weakness, but you had to go through that in order to be ready for that shift, per se. So this isn't about, hey, what can I do to, change from the things that's holding me back so I can move forward in my life. This is about exactly what you need to hear, which is you're going to go through what you're going to go through, but once you get there, this is what this video is for. So I am God, married to the universe, life married to karma. We are all individually and collectively together make up what God is. We are God, you are God, I am God. And this is part of my, servitude, which is actually expressing these deep vulnerabilities that I'm exactly talking about. That's helping you to actually answer the questions, and not just the questions, but answer the big dialogue that you're all undergoing through the astral current, astral traveling currents that many different stars and galaxies are actually aligning for you to be able to experience as well. But there's a big premonition about, there are desires, there are things that, from the fleshly needs that, through all of the senses that you really want. But if without love, how can you even come on earth and relate with humanity to even do some, angelic work? Shout out to the whole angelic force, all the angels, shout out to the whole flight squad, all the archangels. So this is really about not just my claim. This is my claims are just a segue to the actual message, and not just the message, but the actual point in orientation. You show up to a school orientation or job orientation, and you expect to be ready for what you're ready to do. Well, this is the spiritual orientation, what you're ready to undergo within your soul to make a deep inner transformation. And I'm not going to hold anything back, because I have to be raw, genuine, and pure. This is the one and only original Emrall Imran. You ain't gonna find no one else doing what I'm doing, period. So point blank, I'm gonna go ahead and state it like this. So whatever you think is holding you back, you might think it's desires. You might think it's, the religions tell me it's sin. It could be, the 7 deadly sins, wrath, envy, jealousy, fucking gluttony, lust, and fucking so on, whatever the fuck, sloth, and so on, pride. All of them really just point to inner reflections that you're receiving, and you're trying to find a way and why you don't exactly have that connection within yourself to make an expression or tap into that creative zone where you are creating. This was exactly what I did to even embellish this, but all of my creations actually show me that being in the creation is part of my descent, my descendants, part of me coming down into existence to even experience EE. So free, 2 E's. Bee, like a bee, stinging bee. Once they sting, they're dead. So it's and they only, so it's very peaceful creatures type thing. So it's like you wanna with everything you're undergoing and all of these miraculous changes you're gonna be able to perform through yourself. The only way it's actually going to be initiated and activated is if you're actually, in alignment with your purpose. And this comes with a deep grounding and a vulnerability and a raw truth through everything. And what's going to happen is it's going to end up manifesting. You're going to end up doing this, by the way. You're doing this. This is not about, something outside of you, because universe is working to what you're doing. Anyways, you're going to end up creating a situation where if you don't follow your heart and your spiritual alignment and focus and actually leveling up and being better and doing better, then you're going to undergo so many, not only psychic attacks, but literal physical attacks. It's going to put you in a place where you don't want to be, whether it be jail time, whether it be fucking, losing whatever possessions or money, or it could be anything. You could lose you have so much to lose and so little to gain from doing certain things. So this is why you need to know that, okay, the reason why I've done this and I have been doing these specific things that are what I say is holding me back, and why I want to transform this so I can move forward in my life. The reason why I even underwent that is because it's something I was reflecting and receiving. So it had to have come from something externally. But when I internalized it, what happened was I couldn't have had the strength in me at that moment to know this, this grander level of awareness that I had to undergo to travel to get to develop that. And once that that development is taking place, and you're being able to express and create from that place within your your divine purpose, what's going to happen is you're going to find what it is that you were already knowing that you were trying to make sense of necessarily within your own creative capabilities, your capacity to be fully endowed with everything that you are gifted with, because you are the vessel for the transformation. The transformation isn't a vessel for you. Does that make sense? So yes, there's constant streams of energies and different things taking place in all sorts of different stars and so many fucking realities happening simultaneously in connection with this universe. But that doesn't mean that you're automatically gonna be in tangent. You gotta really automize it. You gotta build up the flow and the momentum, and watch my channel, watch my videos. Come, this is the right boss. We're on the right flight. If you go ahead and catch it with me. If you a man, I'm gonna lead you the right way, not the wrong way. If you a woman, I'm gonna teach you how to take the seat and throne of God, my motherfucking dick. So I say that with not just humility, which really just means resonating with the resonating with all of the shades of different colors in the rainbow, but it has a means to an end. It's the pot of gold. It's to bring it into density, because without the desire and the density to come into existence, it'd just be like some shit like, hey, look at this fucking Pegasus unicorn that we're all trying to emulate and be the, like, and it's just like, you could already see what the Masons have programmed society to see in these movies and how they're trying to lead everyone through the music and industry and shit. Like, okay, so the whole point is not to get overweight or overwhelmed through even expressing your love, through existing and having that definitive goal and end in mind to actually reach your happiness and your abundance. So this is all about health, wealth, and abundance. So peace, love, and enlightenment. Be well, be more thou. Make sure you love yourself. I like to keep my videos short and to the point, really quick, and like kind of like in and out. But take my flowing essence right through it without even having to necessarily pretend. But if I am pretending, it's only because that's just what I had to do at the moment. But I'm not faking it. There's a difference between pretending and faking, because you might be pretending for a better reason than why you might be faking something. So you might fake something for totally wrong reasons, because you just want to get there without even doing the proper internal healing work that needs to take place in order to actually be yourself and your fullest self, in order to get moving forward with your life and remove what's holding you back. So to answer that, yes, this is how that works. This is what's going on internally, spiritually, not only with me, but I'm experiencing exactly what the rest of humanity is. And all being humble really means just humming below the surface, aka performing your little mantras and dialogues that you have. And that necessarily doesn't mean Om Shanti Om or whatever the fuck that you want to conjure up as a strong foundational point, or already had under nothing new under the sun type shit. But dead stars can awaken too, and most importantly, me being incarnated as the fire, and other archangels and entities have worked to assemble me. It's like I'm the fucking I'm Emrall. I'm the tablets, and they say like, hey, this is okay. We ain't gonna get all to that in this video, but that's for a whole other session. But ain't nothing taboo about what I do. It's just about how the fuck I move through and pursue what I inevitably want to reach anyways. But there's a better way, and I'm going to make sure it's the right way. Alright? See ya.